Making restaurant quality sushi at home is easier than you think. I've got some tips for you, so stick around. Aloha mai kako, my name is Relle and welcome to my kitchen where I like to share all my favorite Hawaiian and local recipes. If you want to make sushi like the sushi chefs at home, super simple, I'll teach you a couple of tricks. So let's get started. Today we're going to make a spicy tuna sushi roll. And of course, for sushi, you'll need some sushi rice. So we'll start with some rice. This has already been cooked, just rice and water, so there's no seasoning to it, but we're gonna make it into sushi rice. So you're gonna put the rice into a bowl, and depends how many rolls you wanna make, will depend how much sushi. I have the full instructions and ingredients down in the description box below, so check that out. Now, you can buy seasoned rice vinegar and make it like that, but I like to make mine from scratch. So we'll start with a little bit of rice vinegar. Into that, we're gonna add some sugar and some salt. And you can put this into the microwave to kind of get it to distill a little bit quicker. Distill, I said distill, dissolve. It kind of evaporated a little bit while I was waiting. I prepped everything and kind of waited. Just gonna add a little bit more. So this is rice vinegar. You can find this in the Asian aisle at most grocery stores. This one is not flavored. They do make a flavored one that has the extra ingredients already in it. So if you get that, you don't need to add anymore. I will add a little bit of water because see how it's not dissolving very well? It should be more of a liquid consistency. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of water because I don't like super strong vinegary taste. So there, it should be more like that. And you can nuke it in the micro real quick to help dissolve it. So just like that. Then what you'll want to do is pour it over the rice. I always kind of drizzle it over the rice spoon like this, just so that it evenly distributes and you don't have like a huge spot of it that's super strong. And then all you want to do is mix the rice. And you'll the rice is still a little bit warm. I just made it. You can cook the rice on the stove top if you want, but I like a good rice cooker. It's the one I have. I'll link it in the description box below if you want to get it. Rice pot, super easy. Toss the rice in, toss the water, push the button. Don't forget to push the button. I've done that before. How many of you have done that? Go to make rice and forget to push the button. Then you come back and rice isn't cooked. Many of times. I'll be the first to admit. So it looks like this. You can kind of smell the vinegary scent. So I'll set this aside and we'll make the poke or not poke, I guess, the spicy tuna that'll go in the roll. So it'll start with the sauce first. You'll need a small bowl. You'll get some kewpie mayo. This works great. If you only have regular mayo, you can use that if you want. Then the spicy part of it is sriracha. I hear sriracha is a little bit hard to find right now. So you can use a different brand or choice of hot sauce that you want. And I left it, see how it's kind of sitting? This is sesame oil. It's a very small amount, you don't need much. Started to evaporate. Very humid and hot. And a little bit of shoyu. Shoyu is Japanese style soy sauce. Find it in the Asian aisle at most grocery stores. So this is the base. So just mix that up. A little goes a long way. Also, check out this apron I got. Hedley and Bennett sent me this gorgeous apron. And if you want to get yourself one too, the code for 15% off is Relle, R-E-L-L-E. I'll put a link in the description box below and you can pick yourself up. They're super comfortable and they just dropped a new launch. If you're watching this video live, not live, but near after it was shot. It's a denim collection. So check it out. So you'll want to get sushi grade, sashimi grade, ahi that just says it's safe to eat raw. And you're going to want to slice it. Now, poke is usually like 1-inch cubes, but I tend to make these a little bit smaller because you want them a little more bite-sized. You want long, straight strokes. Try not to saw like one stroke all the way through, because when you saw, if you go like this, I'm already at the bottom there, but if you saw, what happens is you'll bust up the fish. Lack of better terms, bust up the fish. Long strokes. And then cubes, small cubes like this size. Bite size like this. We'll start with just this. This might be enough. I'm just gonna make a couple of rolls, so you can cut them bigger, you can cut them smaller. If you absolutely can't find fresh tuna, frozen is best here in Hawaii. ahi is usually pretty easy to find. But if you're in the mainland, and if worse comes to worse, you could even use canned tuna if you wanted. Not the same, but. So then you're gonna take that and you're gonna put it into a bowl, and then you're gonna put the spicy sauce over it, and some green onions, and then you'll gently toss to coat. You know what, I think I'm just gonna cut up the rest because there's still quite a bit of sauce. So I'm just gonna cut up the rest because I only have a small piece anyway. I'm gonna cut this up and toss it in too. Because there was enough sauce, might as well. This is spicy ahi. You can eat it just like this as a poke. I have a recipe for poke nachos, so you can check that out. I'll link it here or in the description box below. If that is not there yet, that means that video didn't come out, but it'll come out soon, so come back and check it out. All right, now the fun part, putting the sushi together. So you're gonna wanna get yourself one of these bamboo mats. I have the one linked in the description box below, and you're gonna wanna cover it with plastic wrap. Now, my plastic wrap non-fans, I've never tried it without plastic wrap. Not sure if your plastic wrap alternative will work, but you can try. So we're gonna start with the mat like that, and you're gonna need a sheet of nori. Nori is dried seaweed. So if you look at the nori, there's like a shiny flat side and like a rough, not shiny side. You're gonna put the shiny side down. The rough inside kind of helps hold the rice better. So then we've got the rice, and rice, you'll be surprised. You won't need as much as you think. You don't want it too crazy heavy. It's about a half a cup-ish, a little more, a little less. You eyeball what you like. And then the secret is wetting your fingertips because rice is sticky and you don't want it to stick. So all you're gonna do is spread the sushi rice out. You're gonna spread it all the way to the edges, but you're gonna keep the top like, I don't know, 1/4 inch. See how it starts to stick? So once it starts sticking, just dip your hand in the water again. Or you could even use the paddle. You know, if you want, dip the paddle in and spread it. You're gonna leave the top like 1/4 inch open, and that's gonna help seal it. I have a little bit of a harder time with that. I don't know. I feel like I have better control with my fingers. And you don't wanna smash the rice down too much. You don't want mushy rice. Okay, get the rice off my fingers. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna flip it. So this one is gonna be like an inside out roll. So we're gonna flip it over, but we're gonna keep this top, it sticks, it's super easy. So you're just gonna flip it over and the rice is gonna go down onto the mat like that. And the reason we use the plastic wrap is so that it doesn't stick. You're gonna take some of that spicy ahi poke that you made, and you're gonna put it maybe 1/3 of the way up the roll like this. You can use different types of poke if you want. I'll also link those descriptions down below. I have a recipe for shoyu ahi poke, Hawaiian style poke. You can make sushi with those kinds if you like as well. And then I want to mahalo our sponsor today, Foodland Hawaii. All thoughts and opinions are my own, but we're gonna be using Maika'i organic nori furikake. You can find this in the Asian aisle at most grocery stores. Furikake is a mix of sesame seeds, nori, which is this, chopped up finely, and some other flavored ingredient. We'll do that, but before we do that, we're gonna roll it. So the trick to rolling it, you're gonna fold over the roll and you're gonna tuck. So kind of like this, and this is gonna stay here, and you're gonna tuck it back. Like that. You see how the roll came forward and I pushed it back? So it kind of sticks like that. And then you're gonna roll it over again and tuck. It's kind of gonna make, it's almost kind of flattened on the bottoms. And then you're gonna pull back and roll over one last time. And then the nori, actually, we could have went a little bit further, but we'll just put that on the bottom. All right, take that off, you can put it on here, and then you're gonna top it with the furikake. If you have a hard time cutting it, you could wrap it in plastic wrap and then cut it. It stays together a lot easier. So we'll just drizzle that over the top. And see how I didn't spread the rice all the way to the end? So that's why it's a little empty on this side. So all those little imperfections will stick or will show up, but that's okay. One more thing, hold on, one more trick. You're gonna wanna get yourself a paper towel I swear, I'll be better at this one day. One day I'm gonna run through a whole recipe where I don't have to be like, hold on, wait real quick. So you're gonna wet your knife, and you'll wanna make sure you get a sharp knife. And the way I like to do it, you wet your fingers too so it doesn't stick, is you're gonna do half first, and you're gonna cut through short strokes like that, or one long one, up to you. And if you notice how the knife has a lot of that on, like from the fish and from the rice, you can just, not that way, wipe it the other way, but wipe it so it doesn't stick. And then you'll go in half one more time. I like to do short strokes like that so it doesn't break up the rice too much. If you're doing an inside out roll like this, then sometimes it's easier to wrap it in plastic wrap and cut, but whatever is easiest for you. It's worth it to wipe the knife, let me tell you, because otherwise all your hard work just falls apart. That one doesn't have very much rice on it. You could even drizzle like unagi glaze over the top. It's a sweet eel sauce, super yummy. But if you like poke or sushi or other recipes like this, then check out this video here. And until next time, ahui ho!
Thank you for watching my mommy's video.